So just if I was a first-time home buyer and looking at all of the different areas that are being disclosed, is there a reason for me to be concerned? I mean, if I've never heard of this before, then it may start setting off some alarm bells. What would you say to that?
I would say there's no need to be concerned about it. If the levels, if it's not, I mean, if the Natural Hazard Disclosure Report is just disclosing all this information. I mean, I would actually feel safer knowing this information than not knowing it. At least it's there for you. You know, you can always hire experts and hire people to come test to give you an exact rating, if anything. But it's just giving you that information. I mean, pretty much anywhere that you go, I mean, with the airport influence and the airport noise, I mean, we all hear airplanes flying overhead. You're just going to be prone to hearing louder noise if you're closer to the airport. So you're going to hear that airplane taking off a lot, more. You're going to hear them landing a lot more. You're going to be more at an influence, to, the airplane and the air traffic. All these disclosures are just letting you know. They're just letting you know the seller has to, give you that information and let you know, so that way you can't come back and say, oh, well, I, changed my mind. I don't want to purchase this property because I wasn't aware of this information.
It's also for both protection of the buyer and seller. If a seller is selling a home and the home looks in a beautiful area, beautiful street, the buyer drives in, they fell in love with it, and they're purchasing the home. But little they know that less than a mile away there's an airport. And during their showing, they didn't hear this planes flying over. So, it's kind of for the protection of the buyer as well, to know that there was an airport nearby. Or, if you're in tsunami inundation, to some people, it might be an obvious thing that, hey, if I have buying a $10 million home on the water, it's pretty obvious they might be in tsunami inundation area, but again, this is for the protection. It's a disclosure, meaning it's a protection for the seller to not get a lawsuit for the new buyer later on saying, I did not know I would pay $10 million for a home and I would not be in a tsunami zone. So it's for the protection as well. Some of it could be health related, and an extra precaution can be taken to make sure the buyer is at least aware before purchasing such an expensive home. Yeah.